What is going on, guys? Dylan Murway here, and consider this the redone version of Season 2 of NASCAR Thunder 2004, but you're probably thinking, Dylan, why aren't you doing this on your PS2? Simple. My PS2 memory card deleted basically the entire season, so today's rate, today's video is going to be pretty interesting. Let's jump right into the season. Last time we did this was all the way back in September. We'll be playing as Kevin Harvick. We'll be changing paint schemes very similar to how What If Racing did his Let's Plays. So we're going to be running the 2003 GM Goodwrench paint scheme. And let's jump right in. I'm doing this on PS3 because look at how beautiful it is, and it outputs the image compared to my PS2. Full high def 1080p. Let's go qualify. Now it has been a while since I played this game, so I may be kind of noobish as I figure out how the steering works because I've been playing NASCAR 08 on PS3 lately, and it won't let you steer with the D-pad. And yeah, we're gonna go head down the backstretch here, down the Daytona Super Stretch. And speaking of Daytona, who's gonna watch the Clash tomorrow night on FS1? This guy. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Clash, even though there's like 17 cars in it, which is kind of small considering the last 2 years we've had 25. We've had like a lot of cars in the Clash, so kind of sucks. But not a lot. It took a lot of the chasers and two of the different pole winners, and a lot of guys retired or are sitting out. So like Carl Edwards retired, but they're letting Suarez race in the Clash, or Tony Stewart retired, yet they're not going to let Clint Boyer race in the Clash, which is pretty fucking stupid. But at the same time, I kind of understand where they're coming from. But the one that really blew me the heck away was the fact that Junior was coming back to Daytona, yet they're going to let Bowman drive in the Clash. Kind of stupid, but it's a business. It's a business. Let's jump right in to the Gatorade 125. Gatorade 125s will determine the starting position for the Daytona 500. First race determines the inside row, and the second race will determine the outside row. The front row for the 500 is based off qualifying time alone, not the twin wheel 25s.
In the front row are the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet and the 12 car. In the second row are the Home Depot Chevrolet and the Rubbermaid Sharpie Ford. Starting the race from row 3 are the DeWalt Power Tools Ford and the DuPont Chevrolet.
Now we do see one alternate paint scheme. That is the 30 of Steve Park, driving the 2001 Looney Tunes Chevrolet that he ran at Richmond, which was obviously the last race before 9/11 happened.
In row 6 we have the Stacker 2 Dodge and the Kodak Max Film Pontiac. Starting from row 7 will be the Hooters Ford and the America Online Chevrolet. In the 8th row are the 57 car and the Kellogg Chevrolet. In the 9th row we have the Haviland Dodge and the Valvoline Pontiac. In the 10th row are the M&M's Ford and the BAM Racing Dodge. And rounding out the field is the Caterpillar Dodge and the Target Dodge.
Gatorade Duel number 1, pace car is off. We have 5 laps today. We are green here at Daytona. The pack is starting to form behind them with Ryan Newman in the 12 car on the outside lane with Nemechek behind him. But we got on the inside, Kurt Busch and Tony Stewart are trying to get a run. Looks like Kurt wants to go to the outside, but I'm going to lead the field to the line to complete lap number 1 of 5. Newman is trying to get a run on the outside in the 12, but so far he can't really complete that pass because Nemechek can't really push him a whole lot. Oh, we got a car in the wall behind him. Matt Kenseth, 17. Caution has not waved. Looks like Kurt Busch is going to try to drop back to pick up the 88 of Dale Jarrett as Tony Stewart jumps behind Ryan Newman in the 12. Top 6 have literally broke away from this pack. Look at Ryan Newman going to the outside lane. He looks to lead this lap, but we're going to settle in right behind the 12 of Newman. Three laps complete here in the duels. Basically, our goal here in this Let's Play is we're going to make as many allies as possible. I mean, this is 2003 Kevin Harvick, so he really didn't have many friends because 2003 Kevin Harvick was way different than 2016 Kevin Harvick. Because in 2003, Kevin Harvick was a pompous asshole. Pompous asshole, pretty much. Now it looks like everybody's gone to the top side as Ryan Newman really has a good gap over the 97 to Kurt Busch, but at restrictor plate races such as Daytona and Talladega, you never want to get a good run. Look at Kurt Busch to the inside with 2 to go. Whoa, this is tight. 3 wide for the lead in turn 1. Kurt Busch does get the lead. He settles in right in front of Newman. Here comes the 20 of Tony Stewart. Single file through the first 4 spots. Tony Stewart looks to drop to the inside. Jeff Gordon blows an engine on the apron. Never mind. Green flag is still out. Through turn 4. We see the white flag in just a matter of 100 feet. Through the trioval. White flag into the air at Daytona for Kurt Busch. Whoa, look at the run Kevin Harvick's getting on the inside of Dale Jarrett. Man, we got a good race here. Look at that. Kurt Busch has a pretty good gap over the 29 of Harvick. Can Kurt make that run? Harvick's going to probably try to stay behind the 97 to Kurt Busch because you don't want to make that run too early. Otherwise, the 3 guys behind him will eat his lunch. And I mean literally eat his lunch. Here we come. Off turn 4. Here comes Kurt. Harvick has the run, but it is not enough. Kurt Busch wins the duel at Daytona.
A rare caution-free race. You know, that's pretty amazing. It says a lot about the quality and true talent of these NASCAR Wisdom Cup drivers. Kevin Harvick really did a fantastic job keeping his car away from trouble all race long. Well, it's going to be a happy crew when they get back to the shop. They can immediately go to work on next week's car without having to worry about fixing anything from this race, and that makes for a much less stressful atmosphere. Kevin Harvick ran a very respectable race, and I think some other drivers are taking notice. Yeah, you know the golden rule. Well, it applies in NASCAR.
Look at that.
Well, you got to treat other drivers with
This is some pretty awesome three-wheelers. was some pretty awesome three-wide racing right here. Look, that fourth reel, we had a brief frame of three-wide racing right here. Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. I mean, look at this. Everybody three wide through tri-oval. Well, mostly three wide, especially around Mike Skinner in the 4. We did make contact with the 12 of Newman, but it wasn't, extensive contact. Watch this. There's me trying to push the 97 to Kurt Busch. Look at this. 3 wide for the lead. We will be seeing this in the Daytona 500, just so you know. Look at that. Let's go. The winner of this duel, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, Dale Jarrett, Joe Nemechek, Jamie McMurray, Elliott Sadler, Mike Skinner, and Bill Elliott will round out your top 10. Let's jump into the big show.
Well, here we are at the Great American Race, the Daytona 500, the NASCAR Winston Cup Series premier event. This is Joe Moore, and I'm with Barney Hall to bring you live flag-to-flag coverage on MRN. With the history and prestige here at this track, the teams seem to be all pushing themselves just a little harder this week. There's no doubt about it. A lot of these
Damn, Jeff Gordon sucked in qualifying in this race. Oh, crap.
Here than anywhere else. But those are the guys who haven't done it yet. Once their name is in the history books here, I guarantee you they'll change their mind. Kevin Harvick has been racing very well as of late, and it shows in the attitude of some of the other drivers. A driver's attitude towards you can drastically change how he races you. And when a driver gets along well with you, just makes things a whole lot easier when you come across them on the racetrack.
Since this is a special race, I'm going to be showing off the entire field. If you've watched Hitman Reinhardt's NASCAR Thunder Let's Plays on YouTube, well, 2003 and 2004, only for special races, he shows off the entire field and points out alternate paint schemes. And I will continue that tradition for this race, but for regular races, I will just show off the top 10 in qualifying. As the pace car brings the field of 43 men onto the racetrack. Let's take a look at your starting lineup.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting out front are the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet and the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet.
By the way, Steve Park does have his Looney Tunes paint scheme that he ran in the Gatorade Duels.
And the Sterling Marlin Dodge. In row 3 are the Hotel Dodge and the Tide Pontiac. In row 4 are the Home Depot Chevrolet and the 48 car. Rounding out the top 10 starting spots are the UPS Ford and the Team Rusty Dodge. The 6th row has the UAW Delphi Chevrolet and the Motorcraft Ford. In row 7 are the Haviland Dodge and the 6 car.
All right.
Starting the race from row 8 are the 38 car and the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge. And in row 9 are the Kodak Max Film Pontiac and the Dale Jr. Chevrolet. Starting in row 10 will be the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge and the U.S. Army Pontiac. In row 11 are the Caterpillar Dodge and the Granger Ford.
We got some pretty interesting names starting towards the middle of this pack. You see Dale Earnhardt Jr. starting up in row 9, behind the 19 Jeremy Mayfield. Bobby Lonnie in the 18, starting towards the rear of the field today.
In row 15 are the Bam Racing Dodge and the Civil Air Patrol Chevrolet. Starting the race from row 16 are row 17 has a Stacker 2 Dodge and a 22 car. Starting in row 18 will be the America Online Chevrolet and the Georgia Pacific Dodge. In row 19 are the 11 car and the Autobahn Ford. In row 20 are the 57 car and the Cheerios Dodge. Back in row 21 we have the DuPont Chevrolet and the Singular Wireless Chevrolet.
Wow, Jeff Gordon sucked.
And rounding out the field is the 99 car.
All right, 20 laps at the biggest race of the year, and it is also the first race of the year for NASCAR drivers. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday morning on this 5-day weekend. Well, technically Friday afternoon, since this is going to be going about noon my time as I'm recording this that Friday. So, pace car is off. The NASCAR Thunder 2004 Season 2 Let's Play is back in the air here at Daytona. I should probably discuss the format here, but I'll do that next time. Look at the field already forming three sort of distinct lanes with Tony Stewart trying to get around on the bottom. But Kurt Busch shuts the door, and look at Sterling Marlin get a good run all the way up to the third spot. Wow. Anyways, we come off turn 4 to lead the first lap of NASCAR Thunder 2004. Kevin Harvick leads that group of 42 other men. Looks like Ryan Newman is trying to link up with Waltrip on the outside lane. They are going to make it work, but what about Sterling Marlin in the 40 and Kurt Busch in the 97 on the bottom lane? Look at that. Sterling Marlin trying to get the draft off the 15 of Waltrip, but Waltrip almost came down in front of us. Little contact there. Caution is not out. There, everybody keeps going, but they are side by side coming off turn 4. Give the lead to the 15 of Waltrip as there's more contact, but we were able to propel ourselves into first place. And with a big gap, too. Holy cow. I mean, look at this gap that I just got. Meanwhile, looks like the 20 of Tony Stewart is going to link up with the 32 of Ricky Craven. They're going to try to get a run going as they head on down the backstretch. Look at that, covering the outside lane. You never want to get out too far, get a lead that's too big here at Daytona and Talladega, because this pack will eat you up. As look at Ricky Craven in 32 with a big run. One NASCAR career win to his credit. That was back in Martinsville in 2001. And look at Ricky Craven with a run on the outside lane, but he isn't going to be able to clear the pass because nobody really wants to help him. But here comes the 40 car of Sterling Marlin on the outside lane. Ricky Craven to the lead here in the Daytona 500. Here comes the 88 car of Dale Jarrett. He does have a couple Daytona 500 wins to his credit. He won this event in 1993 with the famous call made by his father that compelled him to win over Dale Earnhardt. Sharing draft is very important in this game, and especially in this it has been pretty important in this Let's Play too. To share draft, you pull up behind a guy. This is for PS2 and Xbox users only because PS1 version doesn't have this. You press the R2 button on PS2, and you will share draft, and the longer you stay in the draft, the higher your respect total for Ricky Craven will go, for your driver will go. You can see right here that I'm drafting Ricky Craven, been drafting him for a good couple laps, as the respect total is creeping up to 36 right now. Oh, Jesus. I had to get out of the gas there because our car got tight. Our car got loose right there. Yeah, we kind of screwed up that corner. Look at 88 of Jarrett going to the inside. Jarrett tries to think better of it, goes to the outside. Well, remember how I said you never wanted to get a good lead at Daytona? Get a really, really big lead? As you see, Craven begins to make the dive to pit road. You want to hit the brakes coming onto pit roads at Daytona and Talladega as much as you can. We make the pit stop right now. No damage. Filler up. Tires and fuel, boys. Let's make a good stop. Good clean stop. No, nothing stupid. Let's go. Make a quick stop. 16 seconds, boys. Alright, let's go. Good job, boys. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Sterling Marlin get out first. You want to stay below the yellow line as you're coming off of pit road, because if you come off of the blend line, as demonstrated by Kevin LePage, you could wreck yourself, a lot of other cars, and potentially hurt yourself. Yeah, I know. Who would have thought coming off pit road would have been so dangerous? Getting a big, see if we can get a draft off the 32 Craven. I know he wants to get rid of me in that draft because you see him bobbing back and forth, but I'm not going to let him right here. We got a good run. See the red marker around Greg Biffle's number? That means he's a rival. And sometimes this game will pick rivals of drivers for you. For example, in NASCAR 2005, Jeff Gordon and Greg Biffle are apparently rivals, since I don't really remember any, stats the two had. But in this game, you can see Kevin Harvick and Greg Biffle were rivals because of the infamous incident in 2002 at Bristol, where Kevin Harvick decided to start a mosh pit on pit road. Remember the phrase "pompous asshole" I stated earlier in the duels? Yeah, could not be any more fitting for the for this era, Kevin Harvick. But I do gotta admit, after his incident with Carl Edwards in 2008, I did start to like Kevin Harvick a little bit, but ever since the Gordon incident at Phoenix in 2012, that's when he became my new favorite driver. And then the Texas incident in 2014 when he pushed Brad into that mosh pit to start probably this big old blob like fight. That's when I really started getting some mad respect for him. You do have a 3-second gap to the leader, who is the 88 of Dale Jarrett. See me fly right by the two of Rusty Wallace. All right, Jimmy Johnson, Lego, Buckaroo. way down to the inside of the 48 of Jimmy Johnson right there. Wow, we flew that in deep. Coming off of turn number 4. Coming into the tri-oval. We have made our way up to 8th. Currently, we are halfway on fuel, so we will pit when hopefully there's a guy up front that's going to be pitting. So I know when to check my fuel and my tires, but I think my tires are going to be fine. Because I didn't really lock them up as they came down pit road. As bad as I thought I did, but you never know. Tires do wear out here at these restrictor plate tracks, and because you're locking it down, coming from trying to lock it down to 70 coming on to pit road, from going about 185, 190 miles an hour. See if we can get a big old draft off the 2 of Rusty Wallace.
Race leader's got 3 seconds on him.
Alright, good run. Let's go. You remember back to season 1 when I ran the completed season 1 where I ran that custom car at Talladega, and I basically, oh, Jimmy! Oh, that was close. Oh my god. Remember back to season 1 when I ran that custom car at Talladega and I hooked up with Jimmy Johnson? We just literally drafted each other the entire race. Yeah, season 1 had some fun moments. The crazy bumping and grinding at Texas infield, and just it was a fun season. That's why I brought it back for season 2, because of how fun season 1 was. But my PS2 memory card basically wiped out my entire season and literally my entire progress, which is kind of crappy. But then again, my PS2 is basically on the verge of dying, so that's why I moved all my PS2 Let's Plays to PS3, because we recently got our PS3. It's working just fine, and yeah. See the 40 car Sterling Marlin coming down pit road. Gonna make the draft the 2 of Rusty Wallace to save a little bit of fuel. Make a move to the inside of him. Thought we should have pitted. We'll pit this time. We do see the top 6 up ahead in our mirror, and we are kind of catching them too. Oh god, fuel tank's literally running bone dry right now. Alright guys. Left sides. 1 can. Leg up. Alright boys. Good stop. Make this a beautiful stop. 1 can of gas. See how it does. Good job. Good job, boys. 6 laps left in the Daytona 500. Alright. Went off. Oh, caution's out. Caution out, coming off turn number 4. Looks like, looks like an incident here on pit road as we race back to the caution flag. No idea what happened, but what happened there looks like, I have no idea. Coming off turn number 4, there is a lot of smoke as we race to the caution flag. This is going to trap some guys a lap down. Hopefully we have some green flag racing left in us, too. We race to the caution flag 11th as Christian Fittipaldi spins coming off pit road, collecting the 6 off of 4 to collect the 16 of Greg Biffle. Just looped it around, got Robbie Gordon, collected Greg Biffle. Nah, I'm not going to pit. This will be an interesting restart. Here we go. Pace car is off. Going down to the green flag. 3 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Let's go. Dale Jarrett leads. Kurt to the outside. Michael Waltrip, who won the 2001 Daytona 500, looking for a second victory for him. All right, boys. Let's go. Come on. Look at the big run we got, but question is, will Waltrip go? Dale Jarrett, Kurt Busch have hooked up, but Michael Waltrip and Kevin Harvick want to go as well. So they come off turn number 4. We will see the white flag here at Daytona. Last lap in the Daytona 500 for Dale Jarrett. Look at Kurt Busch. He wants to go. You can tell Kurt wants to go. He's been bobbing in and out pretty much all the way around this place. Off turn 2. Down the backstretch for one final time. Can Kurt make that run? I don't know about Harvick. About us. Can we go? Look at that. Inside. Up to 3rd. Look at this. Oh, this could be good. It's going to be a good finish here. Off turn 4. Here comes Kurt to the inside. Can he make the move? Jarrett comes to block. Here comes Kevin Harvick up to take second, but it is not enough. Dale Jarrett wins the Daytona 500.
Late changes were pretty scarce. Yeah, there weren't too many battles up front for position. Those guys who ran in the top 5 were pretty dominant all race long. Kevin Harvick doesn't look any different than when he started this race. Yeah, you never quite know what's going to happen in these NASCAR Winston Cup races. When you finish a race and your car still looks brand new, you've done one heck of a job as a driver. Kevin Harvick shouldn't have any problems on the track with Ricky Craven. There's no better feeling than trusting the guys around you on the track. If you don't have to worry about the guy behind wrecking you, you can focus on the track and running quick laps. This has been
wow,
NASCAR
this when it came up down in front of Johnson was my fault.
And MRN. So long. We'll see you next week at the North Carolina Speedway.
That right there, when it came down in front of Jimmy Johnson, I thought he was further back that time, so that'll be placed on me. And right there, when I bounced off Waltrip, I seriously thought I was gonna wreck him right there. Look at me just stomping on the brakes all the way down that blacktop. You see me going around in the trying to go around the 2 Rusty Wallace right there. Right here. All right. This right here could have very well changed this race. Look at that. If it was any other car, I would have been heading toward the inside wall. Plus 82 for Ricky Craven, plus 76 for Robbie Gordon, plus 54 for Rusty Wallace, and plus 46 for Greg Biffle. Alright. Dale Jarrett wins this 3rd Daytona 500. Kevin Harvick will finish 2nd. Kurt Busch finishes 3rd. Michael Waltrip 4th. Sterling Marlin 5th. Ricky Craven 6th. Ricky Rudd 7th. Jerry Nadeau 8th. Dale Jr. 9th. And Rusty Wallace 10th. Anybody got knocked out of the race? Matt Kenseth with engine issues. Sure. Wow. Gordon sucked today. Holy crap. Well then. Definitely a pretty fun race. Okay. Points aren't going to matter, so tune in next time for the running of the Subway 400 at North Carolina Speedway.